now pouring the acid, and we poured the acid into the beaker, which is nitric acid. Now we are going to put, this is potassium metal, okay? This piece is potassium metal. We're going to put it inside the beaker in nitric acid. So when we put it in the acid, look at this. This is the reaction taking place. See? This is the reaction. It's burning, explosive reaction. And a lot of heat is released. That is why you must not try it at home. So a very important point to note here is that chemical reactions basically are accompanied by energy changes. So changes in energy also take place during a chemical reaction. Moving back to the same page of the book, the reactant, the third equation, in which copper carbonate basically is heated, and after it is heated, it causes it to break into two different kinds of products, copper oxide and carbon dioxide. Now, in order to understand this, we will be understanding the thermal decomposition method in detail later. But right now, because the objective is to understand the chemical reactions, so let's look at the chemical reaction of copper carbonate as well. Now, this is called basically decomposition or thermal decomposition. Therm means heat and decomposition means to break. So over here I have a metal carbonate, and this is basically copper carbonate, and I am going to heat it. CuCO3 is the chemical formula. So again, CuCO3 is the chemical formula, and this means that it has one atom of copper, one atom of carbon, and 3 atoms of oxygen. And it is basically a compound, because compound has atoms of different kinds. Now we are heating it, and on heating, basically it should release carbon dioxide and copper oxide. Now this is being heated. Now if you can see, when the carbon dioxide is released, we have connected a pipe with this second, you could say, container, and we have lime water in it. And it is a property of carbon dioxide that whenever it enters lime water, it causes lime water to turn milky like whitish in color, as you can see. So this is showing that carbon dioxide has been released because it is turning lime water milky. And this is the reaction when you heat copper carbonate. You form copper oxide, and basically this is the reaction. You form copper oxide and carbon dioxide. So this is for these reactions now. So this is basically the 3 reactions that have taken place. Moving ahead, because you must have been hearing a lot, I would now like you to go to your worksheet. If in case you don't have the worksheet, you can always note these questions down in your copy. Okay, so just write the question and answer in your copy if you don't have the worksheet. So question number 4, what are chemical reactions? You can take help from book page 163. So answer this question. You can pause the video and take your time as much as you want. I again will be moving ahead. So you don't need to think that sir is moving ahead. Just pause the video, take your time, and then after you are done with the question, you can move back to the lecture. So now go ahead, pause the video and answer that question. After that, you can resume and then hear my lecture again. Moving ahead, this is basically page again 163. During the chemical reactions, the reactants undergo the chemical changes brought about either by heat, light, electricity, or the process of mixing to produce new substances. Now a very common kind of a compound over here that we have is water. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. We discussed this also in first term in elements and compounds. Now basically in the synthesis of water, oxygen gas reacts with hydrogen gas to form the product, which is water. We can represent the chemical reaction between oxygen and hydrogen as